This year, Ohio State has to be one of the scariest teams in college football, if not the scariest team in all of college football. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, Ohio State has a chance to win it all. Those Ohio State fans, I know I have family out there right outside Columbus, Ohio. I'm rooting for you, man, in the Big Ten. You guys have a great chance of winning the Big Ten Conference. You guys, as you can see, I got you guys winning every single game in the Big Ten Conference and even your out of conference games. But we're gonna get into that real soon. It starts with Ryan Day. Ryan Day is the head coach. Could he be the best head coach that has not won a national championship yet? He could be. All I know is he has a chance to win with this team right now. He has three players that could possibly be in the Heisman candidate. You know, you got guys like C.J. Stroud, TreVeyon Henderson, and Jaxon Smith-Njigba. You know, you got those three guys right there. So, as you know, Ohio State finished 11-2 last year. They lost to Oregon and Michigan. You lost to Oregon 35-28. You lost to Michigan 42-27 in the snow. They could not stop the run. Both teams, Oregon and Michigan, ran the ball easily against Ohio State. That would basically be my cue for Ohio State to win every game. They definitely would have to stop the run. Ohio State has 11 or more win seasons since 2003, guys. Three of them were 13 or more win seasons. That is an outstanding program there in Ohio State, while that's in Columbus, Ohio. Ohio State usually recruits in the top 10 every season since I've been alive, guys. If not the top 5. Since I've been alive, they have always recruited in the top 10. This is a big time program. You can't get any better than like schools like Bama, Ohio State, Notre Dame, USC. Who else is out there? Texas. You know, teams like that, guys. I mean, those are really good programs, guys. C.J. Stroud, let's start with him. This guy is a absolute beast, a monster. He could possibly win the Heisman this year. Guys, this guy is very on superstar status. When he's eligible for the draft, he could be a first round pick. And don't forget, this guy is from Rancho Cucamonga High School. You know, at first when I saw the high school that he went to, I thought about Friday. You know, Friday, Rancho Cucamonga Friday, next Friday, of course, Rancho Cucamonga. All right, so he's the former MVP of the Elite 11. You know, everybody know that's Elite 11. Elite 11 is where the best high school football players, high school football quarterbacks go to compete. And this guy won MVP there. Last year, this kid threw for 4,434 yards. He had 44 touchdowns. He is a potential top 10 pick in the NFL draft when he's eligible. Now let's talk about running back because I think this guy would definitely play an important role for the Buckeyes. TreVeyon Henderson, out of the state of Virginia, he is a former 5-star running back. Last year he rushed for 1,200 yards and 15 touchdowns. He also had 28 yards per carry. 68 yards per carry. 68 yards per carry. Surprisingly, this guy didn't even play his senior season in high school due to COVID back in 2020. Also, he, my friends, will be a top 3 running back in all of college football for sure, if not the best running back in college football. I know the Texas fan has Bijan Robinson. They think he's the best, but be on the lookout for TreVeyon Henderson, guy. This guy is must-see TV. He is that dynamic, almost 7 yards a carry. This guy is very productive. So I just named you 2 Heisman candidates on the offense. Now let me name you the third Heisman candidate on Ohio State offense. You have at wide receiver, the best wide receiver in college football, Jaxon Smith-Njigba. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, this guy is exciting. I mean, me being a former wide receiver, I am excited to watch this guy play. I love watching him. I'm probably going to watch every Ohio State game I can because this guy's exciting. Last year versus Utah, this guy had over 340 receiving yards in the Rose Bowl. I mean, this guy was there, definitely exciting. This guy's out of the state of Texas. Ohio State fans really have something super excited to be about with this guy. You guys should be excited, okay? Whenever this guy is on the line of scrimmage, he's quick, he's very explosive, he's always open. I don't think nobody in the country can stop this guy one-on-one. So you definitely have to double this guy. He's gonna embarrass you. This guy's gonna embarrass you. I mean, this is no surprise, ladies and gentlemen. This is no surprise. He's gonna embarrass you if you try to cover him one-on-one. Also, in the Rose Bowl, of course, you know he had 347 yards, which is a FBS record. I wanted to rewind that and talk about that. Having an FBS record in the Rose Bowl is very important. That is hard to do, folks. They will also have, a Super Bowl champ, a Hall of Famer son, Marvin Harrison Jr. He is the son of Marvin Harrison, of course, who played for the Indianapolis Colts with Peyton Manning. So they will also have him. Look, when you go to Ohio State, I mean, they always going to recruit the best of the best, So these guys have to wait till they turn to play, to start. I mean, this is a very talented program. So that's probably why you be like, where are these guys been in the last 2 years? They also have another receiver in Julian Fleming. Look at Ohio State. Sometimes you have to wait until your turn, of course. So these wide receivers would definitely play on Sundays, okay? So they got a lot of receivers that's going to play on Sundays. Now, at tight end, he was not used as much because you had so much depth at wide receiver, but he may or may not be used a lot this year, but he's definitely a pretty good blocking tight end. His name is Cade Stover. He will probably be used more for blocking this year unless they will see a mismatch on him on the field. At center, they have Luke Whipley. Luke Whipley is a good player. He's probably going to be in the mix-up for the Best Center Award, which is the Remington Award. At tackle, they have Paris Johnson. They also got guys like Donovan Jackson, Matthew Jones, and DeJuan Jones on that offensive line. This offensive line will be very productive, and it's very important because you will have to protect C.J. Stroud, make sure that he have enough time to throw it to all the weapons he have. Now, this guys, when I bring up the defense, this is something I want to talk about. The defense has a lot of work to do, especially when it comes to stopping the run, because last year, like I said earlier in this video, they could not stop Oregon run, and they also could not stop Michigan run. So now we're at the defense. they have a ton of talent, okay? But luckily they recruited Oklahoma State head defensive coordinator coach. And, he had Oklahoma State as a top 5 defense in the whole nation. And now that head coach, Jim Knowles, is now the defensive coordinator for Ohio State Buckeyes. So that's good news, Buckeye fans. Big 12 football, Oklahoma State, that's pretty big to be in the top 5 in the nation in front of Big 12 because, we know Big 12 is not usually known for defense. But Oklahoma State, they had a great year last year. I think they only lost one game last year, and they played in the Big 12 championship game. And so bringing that defense to the top 5 is very important. Now let's talk about defensive end. This guy is compared to Cameron Hayward for the Steelers. His name is J.T. Tuimoloau. He is a former 5-star recruit out of the state of Washington. He's big and powerful and athletic guy coming off the edge. So please be on the lookout for him. Also, you have Zach Harrison. He's another 5-star defensive end. Like I said, Ohio State is always going to be loaded with talent. But anyway, he's a long and fast guy coming off the edge. He is a future potential top 20 pick in the NFL draft, ladies and gentlemen. Defensive tackle Tyleik Williams and Taron Vincent must be effective this year. I think they would be effective as long as the two ends will be there to help push, towards the offensive line. So, those guys will have to, they will feed off those main two guys I just named. So if I had to pick a weakness on defense, I would say the linebacker position, ladies and gentlemen. The linebacker positions, sometimes it's like they're falling asleep. If you look at the tape from last year versus those teams like Oregon and Michigan, it's like they fell asleep a lot. And they didn't get those tackles until, they passed the line of scrimmage. You gotta, if you're a linebacker, you gotta be ready. You gotta watch the sweep. You gotta watch the handoff. It's like they're falling asleep. By the time you watch the guy pass the line, he could be in the end zone. So that's the weakness. You got guys like Steel Chambers and Tommy Edinburgh. So those two linebackers. By the way, Ohio State will run a 4-2-5 defense. So they would have 2 starting linebackers. That would be their base defense of 4-2-5. So you would have 2 linebackers and 5 defensive backs and 4 defensive linemen for Ohio State. So Steel Chambers and Tommy Edinburgh will be their starting linebackers. Steel Chambers played in 13 games and only started in 4 of those games. Edinburgh, he finished second on the team in tackles. So, he's probably pretty good in tackles. But, like I said, they got a lot to prove. At corner, they have Denzel Burke. Now, this dude is very exciting to watch. He's a true freshman last year. You can tell he is a lockdown corner. He's probably one of the best corners in college football. This season, he will make a case for the best corner in the Big Ten, of course. They also have Cameron Brown. He's the other corner. He will be effective. And at nickelback, they will have Tanner McAllister. So that would be the nickelback. Now at safety, guys, I am so happy about this guy. This guy is exciting. Like I said, I like watching Ohio State. I don't dislike Ohio State at all. I actually like watching them because this is a good program. This is a great program actually, and they are hardworking. And, they will always be in a contest for the Big Ten championship because they have so much talent every year. Like I said, they recruit in the top 10 and sometimes top 5 recruiting class every year. At safety, they have Ronnie Hickman. Ladies and gentlemen, he was one of the best dynamic playmakers on defense last year. He had 98 tackles, 2 interceptions, and a pick six. Be sure to be on the lookout for number 14, ladies and gentlemen. He will be all over the field, and they also have Josh Proctor. Okay. Now, with that being said, I ran over the schedule. Well, not the schedule. I went over the roster, the depth chart for you guys, so you guys know who to look out for this year on defense and offense. Now, let's break down the schedule. Now, as we see here, we have all green checks. And I'm going to break it down why I think that Ohio State will go undefeated in the regular season. The first game, September 3rd, they face Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, and they play this game at home. Notre Dame has a great running game. They probably have one of the best offensive line in the nation, if not top 5 offensive line in the whole nation. They are known for having great offensive linemen. The thing is, they don't really have great quarterback play because Ian Brooke left. He's not there anymore. And sometimes they have a go-to wide receiver, but they don't have one this year. It's basically they have a good running game and a pretty good defense. I think Ohio State, since this game is at home, I think that Ohio State would definitely have a chance of winning this game. I think this game will be close with Ohio State. I got Ohio State winning this game. So you guys starting off with a tough home game, 1-0. Now, the next 2 games should be easily cupcakes. You guys should have no problem blowing these teams out. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys score 50 on both of these teams with your dynamic offense. Arkansas State at home, that's a home game. You guys would blow them out easily. The Red Wolves are going to be the little puppies, the red puppies. That's what they're going to be because this is going to be an easy game. Toledo Rockets, this game is going to be easy as well. The Rockets, they ran out of fuel this game. They will be easily beaten by the Buckeyes. Now, September the 24th, you guys face Wisconsin Badgers. Now, usually Wisconsin will have a pretty good defense every year, and the thing about them this year, this is a home game for Ohio State. So, guys, this would not be it would not be as close as you guys think. Wisconsin does not have the talent to match up with Ohio State. I have Ohio State winning this game. Wisconsin fans, you guys can be mad at me all you want, but I remember they used to be running back you. I mean, it was some great running backs come out of Wisconsin. I never forget those running backs, man. You guys had, I think, Charlie White, I forgot his name, Monte Ball. You guys had some good running backs come out of Wisconsin. But, guys, it's more than just running the game, running the ball this game, man. Ohio State's going to be all over on that offense, and you guys are going to be tired. Your defense is going to be tired because you're going to be chasing all these weapons Ohio State have. So, Ohio State is at 4-0 now. Now, Rutgers. Guys, Rutgers will not be able to contend with Ohio State. This will be an easy win for Ohio State. Rutgers is just not as talented as Ohio State. This will be an easy win for Ohio State. Now, October the 8th, this game could be very interesting. You face Michigan State, who, they could possibly be almost undefeated by the time they play you guys. This will be a road game for the Buckeyes. And my friends, if you cannot stop this run, you guys will be in some serious trouble. And if I was to pick a loss for Ohio State, it would be this game right here. Facing Michigan State on the road in a hostile environment, the fans will be excited. This is going to be a tough game, guys. But luckily, RW Vision, we got you guys winning this game. You guys are lucky to have all this talent. Man, y'all got so much talent. Like I said, y'all is probably one of the most scariest teams in college football this year. Next, this game, they usually have a lot of seniors, a lot of upperclassmen every year. A lot of guys don't leave to go to the NFL for Iowa. They usually play 4 full years. They usually are disciplined, but they are not as talented as Ohio State. This game should be Ohio State easily. Now, this is another tricky game versus Penn State. So you got 3 tough games in a row. You got Michigan State, Iowa, and Penn State. This, my friends, is another tricky game because this game is on the road. So this will be another game that, you could possibly lose October the 29th. But luckily, I have you guys winning this game. So we are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. We are looking at 8-0 before we play Northwestern Wildcats. Now, Northwestern is a great program to go for psychology or education or anything academically. This is a great academic school. Northwestern is a great program. And they also have one of the best athletic facilities ever. All you gotta do is Google or YouTube that athletic facility. They athletic facilities right there near the water, so you can see the beautiful scene by the water and everything. So it's nice. But this is a football game, not academics. So basically, Ohio State will blow these boys out. This will not be a contest. Ohio State will win this game in November the 5th easily. Indiana Hoosiers, same result. I think it was last year or the year before. Justin Fields was at quarterback. You guys struggle with Indiana. Indiana almost beat you. But luckily, like I said, we got you guys winning this game. So we're looking at 10-0 and good to go before we play Maryland. A lot of people I have seen on YouTube has been talking up Maryland because they have Tua Tagovailoa, little brother. Guys, they may have Tua, little brother, but who is he going to throw it to? I mean, I know they got a receiver from Florida. I forgot his name, but like I even forgot the guy's name. He don't even matter no more. You know, he left Florida and went to Maryland. But like I said, they don't have that many skill position players. Y'all definitely not as more. Your guys, Ohio State is definitely more talented than Maryland Terrapins, the doggone turtles. I don't even call y'all the Terrapins. Y'all are the Maryland Turtles. You guys are not beating Ohio State. I don't care what you say. Ohio State is too talented for the little turtles. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will lose this game easily. Ohio State wins before they are facing Michigan November 26th. Now, guys, I don't care what you say. Last year was last year. This year is a whole new year. Michigan has lost a ton of lot on defense. They lost basically the best or second best defensive player last year, Aiden Hutchinson. It was between Aiden Hutchinson or Jordan Davis from Georgia, the two best defensive players in all of college football. I remember I remember saying last year that Aiden Hutchinson was better than Kevon Thibodeau. Kevon Thibodeau is the guy that played defense end for Oregon. A lot of people were having Thibodeau as the number one overall pick. I said no, there's no way because this guy Aiden Hutchinson had a absolute insane motor. It's like this dude did not get tired. Aiden Hutchinson reminded me of what's that defensive end for the Raiders? Um, I forgot his name. He plays defense end for the Raiders, and he was shockingly good for the Raiders. But he has a motor like that guy. And you don't have that kind of player no more in Michigan. You also lost a lot on defense. I mean, this is going to be, you know, I'm sorry, Michigan fans. Y'all can, all the way in Ann Arbor, you guys can be upset at me all you want, but you're not beating Ohio State this year. I don't care if it snow again. You guys want to beat Ohio State because I think the Ohio State defense will be better. They got a better defensive head coach. This game would not. Put your money on Ohio State, ladies and gentlemen. Put your money on Ohio State. Put your money on Ohio State. Okay, put it on them. They are going 12-0. 12-0. Mark my words. If they can get past Michigan State and not lose against Michigan State, Ohio State will go 12-0. So, Buckeye fans, you guys have a lot to be excited about. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Was I right about this schedule? Was I wrong about this schedule? Am I a complete idiot? I mean, just let me know. I mean, yeah, you can even troll me. I like trolls. I even got it on my Twitter. Trolls are funny. But I'm telling you, when you have 3 Heisman candidate offensive players, you are going to be dangerous. And I would not be surprised if this team, offensively wise, is as good as that 2019 LSU team. That 2019 LSU team was so dynamic on offense, and I wouldn't be surprised this team is almost the same. I'm serious. They are scary on offense, guys. They got all these wide receivers. They got a great running back, actually 2 good running backs, and they have a dynamic quarterback in C.J. Stroud. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. I appreciate all of my subscribers. Please share this video out to any Ohio State fan. Heck, they don't even have to be an Ohio State fan. They can be a Big Ten fan. They don't even have to be a Big Ten fan. They can be a college football fan. They don't even gotta be a college football fan. They can be a football fan. Just share this video out because I know you guys will be betting this year. A lot of betting will be going on. Put your money on Ohio State in a lot of games, okay? And I know a lot of guys like the spread. Ohio State will cover a lot of spread this year. So be sure to watch. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.